When you think of change, a sense of apprehension often flows in your brains. It's a thought to a new start of your morning that can often be intimidating. It's like reading a new book with distinctive chapters, characters, and plot. But it's a perspective of how you read that book that helps you learn and experience from it. Change is just like that. This is my story to how I changed 12 schools in 16 years. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mischka Kantharia, and I'm going to teach you how to take change optimistically while learning the art of adaptation. Born in Southeast Asia, I grew up with a lot of culture, religion, diversity, and heritage. Those were my roots, the stem to my plant. I was in a very secure and stable environment with a loving family and a standard routine. Everything was very monotonous. In 2010, my family got the opportunity to move to China. And this is when the journey began. A complete transition in my reality, 1,800 miles away from home, in a country with a distinctive language and contrasting customs. As a child, how was I supposed to cope with this change? I still remember the first time I moved, I was looking down the window and searching for the little tuk-tuks we had back in India. I really craved my safe space. This first move included changing 5 schools while moving to new cities in China within 7 years. In life, it takes an individual an average timeline spanning 2 years to adapt to an environment. Well, I didn't really have that. Moving from school to school from the British curriculum to the American, I often found it hard adjusting and finding what was right for me. I struggled making friends and really finding a sense of belonging. When I finally moved my next shift to Shenzhen, it was a bigger city and more challenges to come. But over the years, I learned how to be comfortable in the discomfort. I interacted with new people and really sought out new experiences that let me help and grow as an individual. I started feeling the comfort. China felt like home. I really adored my life here. Well, life is unexpected, and that didn't last for long. In 2019, I went for a vacation back home. Well, what I didn't know at this time was that vacation was going to lead to being stuck for 2 years due to a world pandemic. So there I was, back in the place that I used to once desire, but now it didn't feel like home. I couldn't deal with this change. I spent days reflecting on myself and my paths to life. And I was used to wonder, why couldn't I ever relate to the people and the family I was once so close to? I missed what I was used to. I missed the comfort. What I didn't know at the time was I was learning the art of adaptation, spending endless days at home reflecting on myself and my paths to life. I understood that the mind is a powerful thing, and all I had to do was to shift the narrative from fear to opportunity. Change carries a lesson. Think about every unexpected event that's ever occurred in your life, whether it's losing a loved one or a start of a new relationship. Every single incident leads you to where you are sitting right now. It's at the point where you change your perspective from, why is this happening to me, to what does this teach me? The realization that change is a part of your life needed to help you progress and develop as an individual. And it comes with abundant opportunities, new skill sets, and it makes you grow. It's triumph. After COVID-19, I spent 2 months in the Maldives. Spending time in an utmost isolation in an island was really hard. Everyone I knew was so surprised by this, telling me things like I would die to spend 2 months on a vacation. And I agreed with that, but this was a whole journey. And at this time, I realized the significance of change. At first, I was so full of life, going to watch the sunrises at 5 a.m., snorkeling in the beautiful ocean, having pina coladas in the afternoon. I was at the peak of my life. After a month went by, I realized I started to miss the routine. I needed change. I needed to change to come right at me so I could have a direction. I could have a purpose in my life. Well, after COVID-19 and the Maldives, I shifted once again, and I eventually returned to Shenzhen, to a new school. But this time, fear didn't hold me back anymore. Rather, it made me excited and eager to look forward to the next thing written in my books. I started liking my life once again, as you can see. Last year, my family got the opportunity to move to the Middle East. I missed a week of school, and I went to visit new schools and new apartments. What I didn't know at the time was I was sitting in the flight holding both my parents' hands and touching down in the Middle East, and I felt a sense of content. I realized that whatever this new change was going to bring me was going to be part of the process of bettering myself. So in the end, here I am in QSI, learning the subjects I have a deep interest in, creating memories with friends that I love and get inspired by, and developing new skills from extracurriculars that I'm involved in. But none of this would have been possible if I didn't take that step, if I didn't embrace that change and shift my perspective. Because change isn't scary, it's a blessing. Thank you.